Not really too much of a lengthy video, but we back. It's the Boxing Link and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Back on the boxing grind as usual. We got some off-topic videos coming pretty soon. There'll be a lot of boxing coming through the news wire, and we're gonna continue to keep it trill and keep doing our thing and keep pushing this real boxing ish. And definitely gonna be up early tomorrow to cover the Joshua and Parker weigh-in and get my final thoughts on that. So I'll be on the lookout for that and big coverage of that fight Saturday, God willing. But do anybody care about Terence Crawford, Jeff Horn at this point? Obviously, Terence Crawford told Horn he can get dirty, and they've been going back and forth. You know, Jeff Horn is known as a dirty fighter, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Boxing is a dirty sport as long as you don't just get foul. It's the difference between dirty and foul. And Crawford let him know he can get dirty. But, you know, the back and forth has been really, really good, but it really hasn't been publicized and, you know, really covered like that between the two. It seems to be legitimate bad blood. Jeff Horn, it seemed to try to be the bully and bully Crawford, and Crawford is a bully as well. And, you know, two bullies collide. It's always good from my perspective and my point of view, but, I mean, it's like nobody gives a hell about this fight. And I think this is definitely a good fight in the makings. I think people tend not to care about this fight because they just think Crawford is so much better than Jeff Horn. It's really not worthy of even speaking about, even, you know, chopping it up about the fight. But I just disagree. I mean, he can have way more talent. I ain't seen a lot of fights. I ain't gonna say a lot of fights, but over the years, it tend to add up to a lot of fights where the most talented fighter always doesn't win. You know, Mildred Taylor versus Chavez Sr., obviously Mildred Taylor was the more skillful and talented fighter, but guess what? He didn't fucking win. However you like the ending, he lost. He got knocked out. And that happens a lot. You know, people say, well, Mayweather's that belt's better than Madonna. But Madonna competed in 2 fights. You get those type of fights. Just because you guys think Jeff Horn is limited, you could be limited and still win a big fight because guess what? That one style that you bring to the fight, if you don't adjust, you just fight one way, that might just be the one way to crack the code against a guy like Terence Crawford. You never know. His irky-jerky, dirty type of style and his physical attributes that he brings to the table is big, strong, got okay speed, got some funky head movement, and he got some real good power and understanding how to be dirty and not get caught in Jeff Horn. In a swarm and a pressure fighter always bothers a boxer puncher. Now, Crawford isn't your classic boxer puncher. Crawford can do it in many different ways. Come forward, beat you down, outbox you side to side, in the pocket, outbox you, move and punch. However you want, he can give it to you. But we haven't seen Terence Crawford in a professional fight a guy with 8-ounce gloves with the size of Jeff Horn and the style of Jeff Horn. You know, all put together. We haven't seen a big pressure fighter really put it on Terence Crawford. A guy that can take it on the chin and really bring the heat still, that can take it and give it. We've seen Crawford give it, but we legitimately haven't seen him take it. You know, he give it, take it, and can he give it again? You would be surprised at the fighters that, you know, most people just jump to a conclusion and thought they can just give it, take it, and then give it again. You know, when they got put it on them and they just milled it in and they quit and just knocked out or they just went into safe mode. And that's a box that we don't know about Crawford. This is his first welterweight fight, and that's what makes it intriguing. But a lot of people don't see it that way. A lot of people just think 1 + 1 = 2. But in boxing, it doesn't really work that way. And if Jeff Horn beats Terence Crawford, people going to act like it was an upset of the decade. In actuality, it really wasn't a big upset. This is a guy that's new to the division, who's been fighting smaller fighters or guys that's equal to his size. And now he's fighting guys that's physically more just naturally gifted than him as far as the size, the power, and stuff of that, and just a little bit bigger than him. And some of the guys are more physically gifted and skilled than him. And like Roy Jones say, you prove to be the best when you move up and continue to whoop on guys bigger than you and show your true skills, your true ability. You know, and it's time for Crawford to show that. Because Errol Spence is bigger than him. Keith Thurman is bigger, stronger, faster, quicker than him as well. And I believe punch harder than him. You know, and it's going to be up to Terence Crawford to show that that shit don't mean shit. I'm more skillful than this guy. And I can outbox him, and it starts with Jeff Horn. And, of course, it's not getting the praise it's getting. It's a lot going on in boxing. Heavyweight division is making a new rise. It's making pub. I mean, you got Keith Thurman, Errol Spence. You got Mikey Garcia taking over the headlines. And I guess when it comes to June, to be Crawford and Horn, hopefully taking over some of the headlines. But it is what it is. Let me know what y'all think. We gone.